Hey guys, JJ back here this time to chat a little Thursday Night Football. Got the Chargers heading over to Kansas City, which should be a really good game. I think you got a lot of playoff implications in regards to seeding. Both teams will make the playoffs, but it's a huge game. Total opened at 56.5. It's been since both down to 53.5. I've even seen 53 at some places. The spread's about 3.5 at most places in favor of the Chiefs. If you're wondering why the total has come down a few points, it's more than likely because of the weather implications that have been projected call for the game. About 15-mile-an-hour winds, supposed to be in the low 30s. Rain is in the forecast as well. So it could potentially be a sloppy game, but more or less that's why the total is moving down. There's nothing sneaky about it. What I did notice is multiple people have reached out to me saying that, hey, look, the player props are good. We like hearing the breakdowns, but I can't bet player props at my site. Where I'm betting, they don't offer them. So, I'm gonna steer away from that a little bit. I'll still give you some leans that I like, but ultimately, I want this channel to be favorable for everyone. And ultimately, I want to be able to give you guys bets you can all make and all make money from. So, a few bets I like for this game in particular. I want to be clear about something from the beginning. The total, if you can find a way where if maybe late money comes in on it, if you can get it over 55, the total, I'm going to like that under. Again, if you can get it at 55.5, I doubt at this point that you will. I was able to get it at open at 56.5, where I bet it under, but that's kind of the side I'm leaning on. But again, I don't think you'll get that number anymore. But if anything, that number's going to go even further down. But ironically enough, my favorite bet that I'm going to give you guys for this game is a total for the first quarter, and I'll give you little stats to back it up. So right now, in the NFL, the Chiefs are the number one scoring team in the first quarter. They get about 8.9, basically 9 points a game in the first quarter. The Chargers are the number three scoring team in the first quarter. They're at about 6.06, somewhere between 6.0 6.1. We'll make it an even 6. And the Chiefs at home scoring in the first quarter are ranked third in the NFL. The Chargers on the road are ranked second in the NFL in scoring, again, in the first quarter. Both these teams are no strangers to big plays. Both are in the top three in the NFL in big pass plays over 25 yards. The Chargers are number two, Chargers are number two in rushing plays of more than 10. The Chiefs are a little further down there, about 11. But I guess what I'm getting at here is these teams are definitely going to make big plays, and their defenses are a little susceptible. I mean, I think the Chargers over the last few weeks have been giving up a lot of points to average teams. They gave up a ton of points to Pittsburgh early on before they closed up. But one thing to note tomorrow, and one of the reasons why I like the under for the game, is the Chargers are last in the NFL in pace. I don't know if a lot of people know that. I think they think that Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon. By the way, Melvin Gordon's most likely not going to play tomorrow. But Justin Jackson will be fine to fill in there. Now, back to the pace for the Chargers. The Chargers are last in the NFL in pace. A lot of this has to do with Phillip Rivers at the line of scrimmage, and you'll see it tomorrow. He's basically going to wait till that play clock goes below 10, even on most plays below 5 before he ends up calling hike. I'm not really sure if he's making legitimate audibles, if he's properly calling out blitzes to his O linemen, or if he's thinking about his 25 kids that he has. But honestly, I don't really know. But just keep in mind, he's like molasses with calling hike tomorrow. He's been like that all season, and I don't think tomorrow will be any different, especially with their, I'm sure, added want to keep Mahomes in that high-powered offense off the field. So again, I think tomorrow, I'm in a situation where I like the under at the number I got. I don't like the under at 53.5, which is where it is today. But the prop I like the most is total points in the first quarter over 10. You can get that at minus 110. Currently, I'm sure you'll get it somewhere in that area. Obviously, if you can get it less, great. If you can get it more, I'm not a huge fan of it anymore. But I know it sounds a little crazy. Why would you bet the over in the first quarter, but the under for the game? I just think the weather will become a factor. I just don't think it's going to become a factor in the beginning. I think that once the teams warm up on the field and they play through it, they get accustomed to it. I think that these are two teams that statistically all year have been the best. Have been two of the best teams in the first quarter. They come out fast. They come out efficient with a good game plan, and I expect tomorrow to be no different in that aspect. Also, if you're looking for a little bit of a shot in the dark, one of the bets I like tomorrow at plus 750 odds is that the highest scoring quarter is the first quarter. Again, I think the only way you really get snagged here is if there's a long drive, where a score happens, and then another long drive that happens, and then we find ourselves at like the 5-yard line right before the end of the first quarter where we don't get a score. Other than that, I really like the chance of that first quarter over and then under for the game as a secondary bet. If you can get 56.5, if you can't, for me it's just the over first quarter bet. And again, as a flyer bet, as a call it a high odds bet, that'll pay dividends if it hits. Would be highest scoring quarter would be the first quarter at plus 750. Ultimately, you'll hear many different things about this game. This will be a very, very much so hyped game. It'll be nice for people that haven't gotten to watch Pat Mahomes play. He's quite a talent. It's been a great rookie season for him. Secondary season for him. He was a rookie last year, only played one game though. But this is practically his first season in the NFL under Andy Reid's tutelage. And look, Rivers is having another great year, another quiet, great year. That offense is humming, and the defense has looked better since Bosa's come back. So expect a little pressure to come from both sides. But I do believe these are two teams that have lived all year off of big plays and scoring early. And tomorrow I expect that to honestly be no different. Okay, guys, I wanted to keep this short and sweet for you. We all have shit to do, so. I want to thank you guys for viewing. Please subscribe to the channel for more free plays from us and from some other informative videos. And good luck with your bets.